I mentioned earlier I was going to go over some more of the organization chart. So this is another way of looking at the organization chart. So we've got our CEO, which is sometimes the owner, but not always, although the owner is expected to know how to do all these things. Operations, finance, sales, and marketing, bringing in the business, managing the money, and then operations, doing the work, servicing the clients or whatever that is. Part of what you need to know to bring in the business is the cost. What is the cost to acquire a new customer? If you don't know that, it makes it really difficult to know how much money you need. And if you don't know what it costs to do the work, then again, how do you know how many sales you need in order to make things work? In your typical business, you have a whole bunch of departments here that manage accounting: clerk, office manager, bookkeeper, accountant, auditor, controller, and CFO. The average business owner maybe has a bookkeeper, probably has an accountant who they meet once a year, and doesn't have any of these other things, although sometimes you have an office manager, but typically these positions are missing. So in the bookkeeping that we do here, because I'm aware of this fact, I do the best I can to do all of these for my clients for the price of bookkeeping. And you can see over here about what the price is for each of these different positions, how many years of experience, and whether this person should be able to provide any guidance. So your accountant should be able to provide guidance. They charge on the low end $150 an hour. A lot of times it's $200 or $300 an hour. And a lot of times they don't provide guidance. They just do your taxes and that's it. If you don't have an auditor or a controller who should be providing you guidance and should be giving information to the CFO so that they can make good strategic decisions about the business, then you're probably neglecting this piece of your company. And all of this gets rolled up into a department called FP&A, Financial Planning and Analysis. And essentially what this is the department that looks at what's happening and makes some decisions. So how do we know, well, what is happening? That's what this is about. I call this the machine called your business. Why do we keep track? Well, as we've talked about, the IRS, the Department of Revenue, the cities, investors, the SBA, a lot of different people require you to keep track in your business. So you got to do that piece of it. What is it that you're tracking? Well, of course, you're tracking your income and your expenses, your assets and your liabilities, generally speaking, but really we're talking about loans, like the credit card debt, whether things are taxable or not taxable. Do you have a single sales tax code or multiple? Do you even have to keep track of sales tax? On the expense side, you've got different sections like reimbursements and assets. You call buying a car an expense, but really it becomes an asset. And how does that reflect on your balance sheet? So you've got a lot of different things going on in terms of the what to track, which is what we as bookkeepers are doing for our clients. And then down here, we've got our little machine. So Q1 through 4 are the different quarters throughout the year. And each quarter, we update your sales tax rates and reconcile your bank statements and review your financials. And this coming out the back here, this is your records and receipts, your invoices, your bills, all the data that your business is producing from this data capture that we're doing up here. We take this data and you kind of shove it back into the beginning where the eyesight is going, where your vehicle is heading, your business, to predict the analyses of what's going to happen. So predictive analytics, again, ties back into those key performance indicators. If we know your cost of sale and your cost of acquisition and your sales life cycle, then we can take the data being produced by your business and do some projections into month 2 and month 3 and year 2 and year 3, and you can kind of get a plan for where your business is heading. So this is really the power of bookkeeping. The power of bookkeeping is being able to take all the data and know what to do with it to really make an impact on the business. And that's what we're doing here by taking these positions that don't exist in your business that should, and doing really high quality bookkeeping that tries to be a controller and an auditor and a CFO for you to deliver reports that make you go, whoa, I didn't realize that was what was going on in my business. And I'll show you some of those reports a little bit later.